Good morning, everybody. Duff TV covering NTJFA Grand Finals at York Park. It's 9 degrees at the moment, but the actual weather feel says 3.5. It is chilly. The ground is a little heavy. And we're ready for action. Longford versus South in the Division 1 12s Grand Final. Aaron Roberts and Nathan the Roach Warren joining me as well. There's the teams from Longford probably going slight favourites today, Roach, for this big Div 1. After seeing an epic win for Prospect in Div 2, they defeated South Launceston 3-3 to 1-2. And what was a day for Cox, who kicked 3 for Prospect. Looking forward to this one.
You got me? Now I'm on. Don't give me that one again. I thought it stuffed up. Hey, yeah, great game before. Well done to Prospect. Gallant defeat though, South Launceston. They're a very young side, but just the bigger bodies of Prospect got over the line. So what should be shaping up to a cracker one here, mate. A couple of kids to look at here. Caden Hayes in the ruck. Fantastic player going through under 12s program, as is Logan Graham. Classy player, generally off half back. Oh, he's on the wing at the moment. And South with... young Campbell Main, little terrier. He'll be tackling it all he can. He's playing at full back here by the look at the moment. So, interested to see how this one goes.
All right, so the sun is beaming down. As you'll see throughout the stream, there's patches of water just laying on top of the pristine, usually pristine conditions of the venue here, described by many as the best, but at the moment it's just a little heavy. We think sometimes when the tide is in, it just struggles to get the water off the venue. And Hall early with a touch for Longford up towards half forward. Expect a lively contest early. A heap of players around the football. Hall again with a rush, ball out and a slap ball. They're inside their forward 50. Long sleeves pushing it back, not held. Chug rushes it up now to half forward. A one-on-one contest, South with numbers. Awkward looking ball. Garwood was there for South. Frenetic start to this game.
So it was Fair that was at full back. He just got the kick away. Here's Main with the free kick here now. Campbell Main. He'll be prolific through the game, no doubt about that.
So the captain
hasn't come around on his mark.
That's interesting because he was allowed to play unless the player in the mark was standing in the wrong spot. Anyway, Strickland and a little push and shove as Graham's involved. And South with a free. Haley just off half back here for the Dogs as he goes short option, the 45. That's good.
Harry Morrison, younger brother of Jack, playing seniors at South Launceston at the moment. As a
good by Morrison. Out a little wider to Lockett. Up to a contest. There's a pack of players there. Down comes Hayes. Lengthy long kick from Hayes. Purton involved. Another rush kick. It's lucky it's found a teammate. Nice little setup here. Haley now just at should say not Haley, it's Strickland. It's centre wing, drives a long ball up. Players contest for the football. Morrison was there. Rush ball out by Longford. It's pinging back and forth at the moment, but they're set up well behind the play here. Short option was okay. May have not gone the distance. Morrison with another touch. Wobbly ball inside. Trying to find a linkage handball. Now the rush ball by Longford. They get it back. There's that water. Going to be onto it first is Morrison from Longford. That's George. He has too many players to beat him. Might be in trouble here as well if he doesn't release the football, and that's a ball up.
He was probably unlucky he didn't get a high free kick there. I thought he got taken high. But anyway, I'm not adjudicating.
We discovered in the last game, Roach, you and I don't know the rules.
No.
So what are we doing? Hayes in the ruck contest. Got to build. The umpire got in the way then. Now it spills out to Purton. He has some time. Gets pulled down by Tombleson. Here the team with a real clear ball. Chappell was on the inside then looking for the relieving handball. He was unable to get it. It's keeping at the feet. Smart with Strickland. He'll get a chance here again. He's got a bit of pressure on him though, as Smith provided some. Lockett with a quick kick out of that little tight space. Now's Morrison again. He's classy around the footy. Has a couple of goes at it, gets a second, then he found a very good handball out to Smart, but the kick's poor. And Graham off half back. Good kick. So this is Longford's best little linkage of play. He's got him over the top again. He goes now. Now the run from Graham. Great kick from Graham. He's trying to find Morrison for the Tigers. Low down fair. Still a chance for fair. He goes once again back into the contest, but the kick didn't clear the pack. And Longford will launch back again.
Just some great play there by Logan Graham. He's smart with his ball use. He just lowered his eyes and he found some space, got the kick back.
Up for Hayes, in the tallest player probably on the ground, but able to bring it down.
They've got one in the square on their own, Longford here, if they can get a quick one out of this.
Not out there. Now it's Strickland. And the umpire's found a high, and South says clear it out. Strickland out wide. Dangerous ball. He gets into the contest. Goes a second time. Had a player on the left. Didn't. It's going to be called for holding the footy. And pretty keen is young Graham to say, hey, I won that free kick. It's not much of him either. The lead comes out.
Great kick.
It's a great kick.
Mark.
And that's a nice early passage. And Morrison, the George variety for the Tigers, will have the first set shot 35 metres out on a slight angle.
Again, just didn't panic, just lowered the eyes. Great ball delivery out in front.
We're close to the player on the mark and to the right-hand side.
Yeah, good build-up.
Now, I had it wandered out to the Invermay Park because I forgot my specs and my wife brought them down. There's a lot of water still sitting on Invermay Road.
Yeah, in the curb.
Yeah, and there's a heap of people coming in. It was chockers.
It's good.
A lot of Tigers, and I did see the Prospect boys just hoeing into some hot chips. Just won the grand final. So that's the prize. That is the prize. One of those curly-whirly chip things. Strickland. That's the footy. Here he comes. Graham. Great ball. Classy. Sorry, he's kicking into Morrison and out of bounds. Morrison not sure what he wants. Maybe he wants some hot chips. We are talking canteen, so this is the game where each quarter we'll talk about our top three. We're doing top three, so we'll kick it off when we have a bit of a lull in play, maybe, Roach.
Righto.
So when there's a lull or a few stoppages, which at the moment it's pretty electric stuff. Where's he going? Running out of space. Ball's in front of Graham. Has time to get his kick away.
Oh, well done.
Gutsy move.
Maybe.
Loose ball out. Smith, he was held in the tackle. Rushes it out. Graham in hot pursuit. Has a chance onto his left. It's a decent kick from Graham. Morrison gets it.
I don't know if it was Graham's here. I'm not sure who it was that kicked that one in.
I think there's two, is there?
Is there?
There's 11. Dustin Graham, was it?
Okay, yep.
So Morrison around the corner. Kicks it away. And the Tigers have got the first in the Div 1 grand final.
George Morrison, nice finish.
Very good early.
Right.
Morrison and Graham. Logan Graham has been great. Dustin Graham with the entry. So I'm going to tick off with one of my favourite. This is my third spot for canteen. Is Grub Street Oval. Tamar.
Okay.
They do a good coffee up there. Decent burger. Chips and gravy, pretty solid. Well, I've had chips and sauce actually, but that's my third. That's third spot for me. Nice. Is the Grub Street canteen up in the top of the Tamar.
Well, I'll put a vote in. Yep. One vote for Deloraine with a jacket potato on the menu.
That's
jacket potato on menu.
What was
at
on
Deloraine.
What was the topping?
Not sure. I didn't get it, but I was just told it was there.
Okay.
So
all right.
It's got to get a vote, doesn't it?
Overall though, Deloraine. I had a pretty warm pasty there. Wasn't cooked properly last couple of weeks ago. Loose ball down. Chugs there for ground level. He's looking for someone to handball. He's got no one. He only the dosey-dozy. He's trying to find someone else. Slung out by Bassett. Bust the pack was Tombleson. Unsworth with a quick one. That could be off touched round. And a minor. So 1-1 Longford South. Yet to register inside of 50.
Main with the kick out.
Yeah, Longford so far have got 7 inside 50s. It's been a dominant display so far from the pups from Tigerland. Out towards Purton. That's a good kick from him. This is better from South. They've got some opportunities now. There's a heap of space up there as a couple of players came off the bench. Hawker. And a clumsy kick out of bounds.
He might get paid here. No, throw it in, he says.
Unlikely that you can say, I mean, skill errors aren't. Is it a reason to not keep it in? I think in these age groups, they probably tend to lean on the side of caution for those free kicks. Garwood had a moment where he just tried to get it across his boot and was unsuccessful.
Clayton. Overcooked it.
Yeah, just went a little long. It's been pinched out by Morrison, who had a heap of touches early. Gone a little quiet in the last couple of minutes as Longford have worked their way back here. Now rushed entry, ball to height. And as it was rushed, it's been picked off easily. They need to go a bit more, a bit defensive at the moment, aren't they? Both sides.
Just got to put the head on a swivel there and get it to the open side. They had a player out in front of his. Could have gone.
You can just see how much further the players can get the ball, isn't it, with this game compared to the last one?
Compared to the last one, that's right.
I mean, the ball's travelling much faster. They're more cleaner around the stoppages. They're set up better. They're not being sucked into the contest. And it's pretty
pretty full on.
Yeah, it is. It is. There's a
good
bit in it at the moment.
Good start.
1-2-8 Longford, South Launceston, and yet to score. 7 inside 50s to, well, I've got it to 0. I'm pretty. They might have had 1 actually, South, that I missed.
Hayes should be dominant in the ruck.
Yeah, you've got to find a teammate, though. It's over the boundary line. So just a reminder, these people are probably looking, why is the umpire throwing it up? That's just the rules. They keep the same rules, so we haven't got the ball ins.
Yep.
So it's often there's no boundary umpires during club matches just due to those extra volunteers and cost and all that required. So the field umpires do the job.
Be nice in these games though if they did throw it in. Might be.
Yeah, I mean that was talked about a couple of years ago, and most of the clubs said they wanted to keep the integrity and have the games the same as what they would be during the year.
Cool. Different craft.
However,
the
other thing is, are kids learning which
that's right
to be involved in a ruck contest from a throw-in as opposed to very different
way.
Anyway, Hayes gets a rush ball inside to the pocket. I'm sure Morrison was going anywhere, and then he's been lively, likely as they say. Thanks again to the sponsors, to the NTJFA, IGA, McDonalds, Hawthorn Football Club, Sherrin, LRF.
And you.
And me, AFL Tas. Graham
again.
Pinches it out at the top of the square. Fair was good then, and even better was Main. There goes Campbell. He looks up. He's going to have to kick it soon because he was running out of time. The kick is a little indiscriminate in the end. Good contest on half back.
Dance. Lockett.
You can hear the noise from the crowd in the effects mic. There is good numbers. All huddled in the sun on the western side of York Park, watching their kids in the last game of the year. And maybe for these, as they move up to 14s next year, didn't dispose of the footy. Graduating out of this program for many of these. Some of these kids are still bottom ages. And we'll have a throw in front of the fans and then a little shove and a little chat around. That's Tomlinson, and the umpire just saying, probably don't need to do that. Not sure.
He's paid a free kick here, hasn't he? Oh, no.
He's kicking it back. Not sure what happened then.
Thought he was paying a
it did look like that.
Free kick for the scuffle.
Yeah, Graham involved. Hayes in the ruck, gets a clear touch, been pinched off the ground. It's a nice mark taken by Ollie. So Garwood's got it. Defensive side of the ground. It's been there for a lot of this 12.5-minute quarter so far. And also, a lot of the ball's been on this side of the ground too, Roach.
It has. Helps my eyesight, mate.
Yeah, it is a big ground. I'm lucky we've got the screen. I've done a few games here this year just with binoculars, and my average eyesight. Now we're into what might become the mud patch later on. Now towards Dustin Graham. In the right top for a Dustin. Mrs. Haley. He goes a second time. Pressure from Hockley. Longford set up well. It's a good ball in, and Hayes takes it in the middle of the ground. What's he saying there? Go long.
I don't know what he was saying there. But
maybe he had dirt or muck on his hand. Wide ball out. So a bit of a stalemate at the moment. 1-2-8. South Launceston yet to register a score in the grand final Division 1 after Prospect defeated South in the Division 2 grand final.
Ooh.
An interesting touch there. It's Haley on his knees. I should say it's not Haley. Keep mixing up Haley and Strickland.
Got a bit
Similar
of it.
numbers too. Strickland, yeah, very good 7 or 8 minutes early, and that's his first touch for a while for Strickland.
Main
He's
again.
a class of mate. He's a very clever. He wants to get moving, doesn't he, Main, on his bike?
Yeah.
There's Strickland's left foot. Elliott pushing it back, not called. Picked up by Garwood. Longford retrieve. High ball up, looking for Main. Strickland fighting for the footy at ground level. Purton involved for South Launceston.
Ball it up again. Very nice to count how many ball ups are in that last game.
Yeah, I'm struggling with the inside 50s.
Yeah.
I think I've missed a couple as well. Yeah, there was a lot, wasn't there? No one's managed to get a decent possession. Now it finally gets outside the ruck contest.
Well done.
Morrison missed that one. He's been really good below his knee so far today. Paul.
Oh, he's clutching his knee there.
Yeah, that one hurt, I reckon, when he came down. Garwood.
There it is.
It's been 5 seconds early, that siren. They were going forward to Southwood, though they were a fair way out. It's quarter time in the Division 1 12's grand final. 1-2-8 Longford. They only scored 0-0. So the goal was George Morrison. And for the most part of the day, nearly 9 inside 50s, maybe in 10, might have missed one, to just the 1 for South Launceston. It was a dominant possession game for them, and they probably had a lot of the better players. Nathan LaRoche, Warren, give us some insights and maybe mention some of that, highlight some of those players that you thought were involved well.
Yeah, well, it started off well. Nice little start to the game. Obviously, spent a fair bit of time down Longford's end. I don't know if South had an inside 50, but they battled hard out of half back. Obviously led by Campbell Main. I spoke about him early. He just keeps going. He won't stop all day. Riley Strickland was quite good. We called his name a fair bit. Hugh and Lockett had moments, and Ollie Garwood got in amongst it there. George Morrison with the goal. This is for Longford. Great goal for him. Logan Graham, I spoke about him at the start too. He's super. Just his ball use is great. Caden Hayes should dominate the ruck. Charlie Hall as well sort of popped in there, here and there. So it started off a great game, Peach.
A real battle through the finals for Longford to get here. North Launceston ended up on top of the ladder in the 12s, and they were knocked out last week. And it's been a good start for the Tigers, who are probably slight favourites going into today. They had some prime movers, but South are very much in it. It will be low scoring in this big ground. I have a very quick break here. Second quarter action coming up soon.
Welcome to IGA, your homegrown Tasmanian supermarket, where you'll always find homegrown Tasmanian value and the friendly homegrown Tasmanian service we're famous for.
Thanks, Simone.
And with more than 80 stores across the state, homegrown Tasmanian convenience is just around the corner, where we are proud to stock hundreds of homegrown Tasmanian products, supporting Tasmanian farmers and producers. And because we're homegrown, we understand the importance of supporting our local community. So next time you shop, visit your local IGA, because homegrown is better. Visit igatas.com.au to find out more.
Rightio, we're back into it. Second quarter action, Div 1. 12's grand final. 1-2-8 Longford. They've got the early advantage. South Lonnie with some work to do. Strickland's on the ball at the moment. And let's see if they can get their ruck work and some hands early and get a release.
Yeah, good start to the game that first quarter, so hopefully South can hit the scoreboard here and tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think Morrison's a key also around the ball.
Yep.
And there's that aggressive stuff from Hayes. The captain, he's going to get a second chance. As the ground starts to dry out, it doesn't look like as much water. It's sort of sitting on the surface. Boys with a quick entry. There's a little bit there, but there's Main. Lovely from him. Second chance to grab hold of it. Just got nudged. He was trying to go down and win the footy. Purton involved. Looks up. Got a handball out to Morrison. Quick exit outside their defensive area. Hall. Then he gets shoved. Hayes. The nudge. There's a Oliver. High ball up. It's going to dribble. It's going to dribble. It's going to be touched. In fact, he's kept it inside play. Interesting, dangerous. It's worked okay. Morrison pulled down to the ground, pulled still in the field of play, and eventually the umpire, it was the goal umpire, said it's gone over.
Yeah, that was Graham again. That inside 50.
Clayton was involved in then. It sort of had a bit of a flat patch. So Longford well set up out towards Tombleson. Unsworth involved. And just toodles over the boundary line. That's where the roller came in to...
Yeah, he's a bit dirty over that way, isn't it?
Not that great. NTJFA Grand Finals coming up. We've got a AFLW game on the 4th. Dangerous handball out, boys. And they've made sure they've had a little conversation as Campbell Main
will be in everything.
Yes, he is. He's involved. Bassett bashes it. Strickland misses it. Not the best kick. It's going to come back again. Plenty of time for Smith to turn it around the corner. Right to the hot spot. Not hot enough. Strickland. Out of bounds.
Yeah, they seem a bit neater by foot, South Launceston. So I think if they can sort of open this ground up a little bit, change the angles, try and work Longford across rather than just keep banging it down their throat, they'll have more of a chance to score. But Longford
Hall out of the pack, nearly marked in the square. Might not have gone 15 metres. Rush ball by Lockett. Graham. Quick releasing ball. Here's some speed from Tomlinson. He looks up. He's got a handball over the top. Gets it out to Graham. Graham outruns. Turns a corner. The kick's great from Graham. And Boys marks it directly in front. 15 out. Wonderful from Logan Graham.
Yeah, a lot of kids probably would have blazed away there and had a shot. He had every right to, but he just lowered his eyes. Saw his teammate on his own. Just put it out in front of him. Oh, that's 50.
Wow, how's that?
No,
yeah, it's 50. That's odd. The player ran straight over the mark, and now we're going to get a definite goal. Clayton getting a little confused. It's going to be a definite goal, and Longford will go up by 6 more. Just dribble it through. I would have gone right to the goal line. There was no player on the mark. But anyway, he's made sure of it as Harrison Boys. And from the great little lead up from Logan Graham, who centred the ball, we'll see on the replay, that kick there. You can see him at the last minute, Roach, look left and found the corridor and found the boys' hands. And then he had his first shot on goal, boys, and you'll see the player come right at the mark. I think so. He's standing there.
And he plays on. He doesn't call play on.
He doesn't call.
There.
Yeah, that's. He must have thought that he had the mark. You could see he knew he did the wrong thing by his body language. No one's called play on because he's having a set shot and he hasn't deviated off the mark. Maybe he thought, oh, I've marked it there, but you can't do that anymore. You can't run up and do that anymore.
Got to stand.
You got to stand. Probably would have been a goal anyway. Smith with the ball. Hayes with those long legs and arms. They get moving. He's still going. He ran past a few. He's got 10 with Main. Still managed to stay on track. Up towards Morrison. Now ground level. Picks it onto his left. At the goal square. And he's gobbled it up. Well, right on top of the moment.
It's good. Just get it in. Dirty ball in. Could have been high there, but just play on.
This is a nice little pickup, isn't
Yep.
it?
It's
By
Morrison, isn't it?
Yeah, Morrison, great.
Don't know if he was passing to him or was having a snap, but anyway, they're on the end of it.
Yep, so they'll get another away, Longford.
Gonna get the number. There he is.
Is it 15? No, sorry, not 15. Is it Bassett, isn't it? Apologies, we just missed it. Pretty sure
15.
it's
Or is it 25?
No, it must be. No, it's Bassett. Henry Bassett.
Henry Bassett. Well done.
Right spot at the right time, but some good lead-up footy from Longford, and Hayes' work in the middle of the ground to continually stay on the task.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how they go in sometimes. He just got that forward dirty ball. Look, anything can happen. As I said, he probably got a high contact missed. But Morrison was good enough just to keep the ball moving. Bassett ate it up.
Yeah, good around the stoppages at the moment inside their forward 50. Right, we need to see something from the captain. Harry's got it, drives it up. Not the best kick. Hawker in defence, goes a second time. He had a handle over the top.
Tackle.
That's probably had an opportunity. The umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt. Hamill. Chappell in there. He had to play. This left from Chappell because he found Main with his boot. It was a little tap pass. Chappell again.
Oh, here's a go.
Hall out the side and then on towards Piper. So at least they had a couple of entries inside their forward 50 here. There's Strickland. He was slung off the football. Clever handle from Hawker. A couple of good moments from him. On to Graham, into space now. Players are trying to stay on their feet as much as possible. It's the dry side of the ground too. Now we've got another rush entry in. It's a couple of good moments, but nothing's really clean for South Launceston because there Haley was unable to pick it up. Yeah, I can see we've got a third commentator coming to the box. I've got control of his. Should we bring him in?
Bring him in.
Yeah, we've got Will Tatchell. Wilders has joined us. Are you going to give us some umpire?
He is.
I am here to watch the umpiring.
5 hats.
Very good effort thus far in some sloppy conditions.
There's quality from Morrison. Turns it around the corner.
Garwood.
Garwood's got it. He's got a player over the top. He's going to Main. That was very clever.
Well, again, lowered his eyes, Peach. Didn't blaze away. He could have had a shot, but he saw Maney, and you'd probably give it to Maney one-on-one because he's probably going to win the majority of those contests. So well done.
Good athletic move from Main with that marks. That was by far South's best build-up, and they've had 3 minutes of really good footy where they've actually had 5 entries. So Main's boot is delicious, and that gives them some hope as Campbell Main steadies the ship and steadies the score. 1-0 to 3-2, so 14 points arrears at the moment. Any other comments from you?
I would have been up earlier. I was just frequenting the canteen down there. I've heard you two have covered off on the canteen a little bit.
Hey, so we're talking it up. So I've done my
Ran
third.
into 4 people as they came into the ground. All mentioned they watched the first game of the live stream, and there was a lot of canteen commentary.
There wasn't much. We were only talking about it.
No, we're very happy.
I think I got the canteen wrong. It was actually Scottsdale with the jacket.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's before the disease went through the spuds. Or maybe that made it taste better.
Right, Hayes again.
Anyway, let's see what they ball. It could get a good average pretty quickly. Morrison was classy. He enters quickly inside the 450, and at the back is Fair. He's running the wrong direction though. He's running sideways. He's going to go to the change room. And in the end, he finds Hall. He's got plenty of time to get it. There's a clumsy bump from Strickland, but it didn't get him high. Yeah, so I've got Tamer in at 3. Roach has got Scottsdale's potato somewhere in the mix.
Somewhere there.
But that's just an individual. Looking at best can. We're looking at best can. Well, it's not quirky. It's Spudland. They should be doing Spuds.
Yeah. I had a late entry into the fray. Chicken burger on King Island last week, which was elite.
Okay. They weren't in our.
No, they were
not in our list. Considered
understandably too.
There was a hot dog van on Flinders for a little while, but I think that they've closed it down.
The Savoy van?
The Savoy van, the Savaloy van. Yeah. I don't know if it was open last time I was there.
Oh, well done.
Grand finals this weekend too on Flinders.
That's Morrison again.
Got the
Classy
ball.
by foot.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Down levels now. Picked up by Hamill. Rush ball in. Bit of a opened up this game, hasn't it, Roach?
It has. I like it. Starting to use angles now. Change. Get out the other side of the ground.
Hawker. He's got it. Now it's on towards Graham.
He's in now. Will Tatchell's gone now, mate. He's left us.
Finally.
Yep. Oh, you're heading over to Rachel Lee. He's on the whistle at Rachel Lee. All right, good luck with that, mate.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Say hello to Simo.
Stoppage in the forward 50 of Longford.
3-2-20 to 1 straight. The ball up was good. Main with the touch.
He's everywhere, isn't he?
Yeah, fantastic stuff from him. He's trying to get him back into the game. He needs some help. This is one of them that could do a bit of Bantam. A lot of pressure around the footy at the moment. Another rush back entry inside the Longford forward 15 out of bounds. In the shadows of York Park, it's literally, if you put a thermometer out there, that would be the coldest spot in the venue, I reckon, down there. Left pocket, northern end of the ground. Doesn't see a lot of sunshine.
Hence why the false grass goes all the way around there, doesn't it?
Yeah, the fake grass.
Fake grass, false grass.
False grass.
He's Hall.
Yeah.
He's been good.
Yeah, he's been really good, Charlie. There's a lead on. There's a second lead. They're very deep, though. He goes to that second lead. Very deep in the pocket. Players climb for the woody. Main came down. Oliver caught in a tight spot. Rushes the ball back in towards a dangerous area with Smith first. Hand over the top of Purton. Hayes with it. Now it's out towards Tombleson. He tries to centre the footy. There's still a game on here. Morrison involved. He's very good when the ball's near his feet. Nearly got taken high. There's a goal kicker across his body. Bassett's
got it.
It's banged to beauty.
Bassett with a bit of class. Check side. Tight.
He's had a couple of good minutes, Bassett.
Yeah.
He's only had 4 or 5 touches, but 2 of them have come off his boot and they've been a goal.
Let's have a look at it.
It was good by Graham to keep this ball live again. You can see Bassett just on the edge.
There he is. Check
That's
side.
a
Look at
decent finish.
Yeah.
On the money.
Eddie Betts' pocket.
Well, it might be the Cox pocket after the last game.
Well, yeah.
He kicked one from there, one from the other.
Yeah.
Terrific stuff, 4-2. It's a good break. It's the game lead here for the Country Tigers.
Hayes in the ruck again.
Hayes' right hand, ineffective. South Lonnie need to respond straight away. Haley involved. Can he go again? Only taken high, he may have been. Hamill gave one away. South have a chance. Very static forward 50 at the moment. He goes a little wider, picked up by Hall. Morrison needs to get involved, but needs some help too. Is that a push? He pushed him right in his backside, didn't he? He wasn't in the best spot either, and the ball's now in the hands of Hamill. Been good off half-back today. Here comes South again. Strickland, a tumbler, a wobbler, a goal. Strickland's kept him in touch. A little quiet, very energetic at different stages. And now it's a cracker.
Yeah, well done. Just took the grass, pinned the ears back. Riley Strickland.
And Riley, a lot of work in that first 10 minutes of the first quarter where he had the most touches of anyone on the ground. Finally gets some reward for a good few minutes.
Nice open forward line.
And the gloves, is that fingerless gloves? The fingerless gloves.
Oh, on the goal.
The goalie. I've never seen that before.
Well, you did say it was only 9 degrees out there.
Well, it feels like 4 apparently. So it's 9.5, feels like 4. Fingerless gloves. They'd have to be a rule, wouldn't they?
So we can use his phone.
There'd have to be some sort of, anyway. That's all good. Graham now, rush ball inside forward 50.
Done. Playing in front.
Finds his mate and Georgie Morrison, who's got a goal too far out. Although he looks like he might be having a shot. He's 35 to 40 out. Goes short. Ball hits the turf. Not going too far from Oliver's kick. Lockett just launches it. Might be coming back again though. There's the goal kicker, Strickland, lively around the footy. He did not dispose of it. That's holding the footy.
Guess who? Logan Graham.
Graham is telling Strickland, I got you again, mate. Second guessed himself. He was kicking the ball and he's turned it over, and Smart takes it. The Smart off half back, drives the ball up. Hayes in best position, gets the ball to the ground, goes a second time, manages to win it. And Main in defence. So nearly the end of the first half. There it is, 4-2-26. South Lonnie, 2 straight 12. Goal kickers, Campbell, Main with a ripper, a good centering ball, and Strickland. So they did get 2 goals in that quarter. So that was a good comeback from them. Bassett's kicked a couple, a ripper from the Pocket Boys with one also. George Morrison with a goal. The early advantage, or the halftime advantage, 4-2-26 to 2 straight 12. Some comments from Roach.
Yeah, good quarter again. I spoke about it earlier. It come alive that quarter, the way they changed angles and got the ball to the other side, and just get the defence, whoever's got it, whether it's Longford or South, just get their defence moving across. So well done. It was a good quarter of football. Yeah, I thought, well, Bassett popped up with 2 goals there, so he was good, the big fellow forward. Logan Graham, although we didn't call his name as much, was still very prolific in that quarter. Charlie Hall at stoppages was great. Harry Morrison got on his bike there that quarter, and Campbell Main just kept going. And Riley Strickland, obviously, we spoke about him with his goal.
So very dangerous when the ball goes forward, and they certainly had way more entries, double the amount of entries, but they did work their way back midway through that quarter, and that's resulted in the goal to Campbell Main. But then one against the flow of play was Riley Strickland with a bomb late that keeps them in touch. They're 14 points down here at halftime. We'll be back in a few moments. Another half to come. Hot pursuit. Has a chance onto his left. It's a decent kick from Graham. Morrison gets it.
I don't know if it was Graham's here. I'm not sure who it was that kicked that one in.
I think there's 2, is there?
Is there?
There's 11. Dustin Graham, was it?
Okay, yep.
So Morrison around the corner, kicks it away, and the Tigers have got the first in the Div 1 Grand Final.
George Morrison, nice finish.
Very good early.
Right.
Morrison and Graham. Fair was good then, and even better was Main. There goes Campbell. He looks up. He's going to have to kick it soon because he was running out of time. The kick is a little indiscriminate in the end. Graham. Quick releasing ball. Here's some speed from Tomlinson. He looks up. He's got a handball over the top. Gets it out to Graham. Graham now runs. Turns a corner. The kick's great from Graham, and Boys marks it directly in front, 15 out. Wonderful from Logan Graham.
Yeah, a lot of kids probably would have blazed away there and had a shot. He had every right to, but he just lowered his eyes, saw his teammate on his own, just put it out in front of him. Oh, that's 50.
Wow, how's that?
No,
yeah, it's 50. That's odd. The player went straight over the mark, and now we're going to get a definite goal. Clayton getting a little confused. It's going to be a definite goal, and Longford will go up by 6 more. Just dribble it through. I would have gone right to the goal line. There was no player on the mark. But anyway, he's made sure of it and passed a few. He's got 10 with Main. Still managed to stay on track up towards Morrison. Now ground level. Picks it onto his left. At the goal square. And he's gobbled it up. Well, right on top of the moment.
It's good. Just get it in. Dirty ball in. Could have been high there, but just play on.
This is a nice little pickup. Well, we keep mentioning the weather, and finally the clouds have left Mount Barrow, and it's cleared up and showing snow very heavily, lathering the slopes of the Barrow.
Beautiful.
I drove up there with my daughter a few months back. Tell you what, there's some hairy corners, hairy switchbacks. It was a little slippery too. It is slippery out there on the ground too at York Park, but it's Longford with the lead, 4-2-26 to 2 straight 12.
All right, let's see if South can get on their bike here. And
well, they've got to get some of their, they need multiple users. Actually, a strange thing to say, but, or maybe not strange, but a lot of strength around the Longford team.
South have made a positional change here. Chase Banham, who kicked 5 from last week, is now in defence. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Chappell on the ball as well. Hasn't been too busy so far today. Duff zooms in with the camera. Jerry Martindale on the pots and pans today, the best in the business.
The band's back together.
Well, it is, and they're well fed because I cooked a roast for them last night at my place, so everyone got nicely fed.
You can play on him.
That might be we could probably mention that the canteen watch was pretty good, wasn't it, Duff?
Oh, great mark. Campbell Main.
Main's been the star for South. Who's he going to find to go with him? Strickland's been good. Kicked a barrel late to keep the score tight, and in the end, Haley over the boundary line with the ball. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Duff TV, they've come up the highway. They're doing their stuff. Aaron Roberts, Nathan Warren, Roach and Peach doing the voices. Missed the ball was Graham. And the tackle laid on Main. And he picks himself up off the soft turf, which is starting to look a little better. There was a lot of water on the ground, wasn't there, Roach, in that first 12s game?
There's still a puddle over on that far side.
But it's not as much, definitely not as much surface water. It's eventually maybe it's getting out of the drains here. And also looking at the tide, I think the tide's dropped as well. Morrison on his knees. Lockett pinching it. There's that strength again. The tackle pressure from Longford's been fantastic. The ball's dropped by Morrison. Spins.
Oh, he's got out of it.
Gets around. Clever. Dangerous ball to the Bassett. He's gobbled another.
Big bad Henry Bassett.
Looks very likely. And he's kicked 2. And he's been in front all day long. And there's another example in front of fair. And Toby's been good today too. And he's swinging his arms. He gave a 50 way earlier. And the kick's a skew whiff.
Yeah, he just read the drop of that really well and kept the front position there, Bassett. Well done.
Great work of half forward. It was the entry by Hayes again. He's been so dominant around the stoppage. He's run a long, long way. He's on a fun run. Ball's missed by Hall. Yeah, the park run, which only starts about 100 metres away. Grabbed by Graham. Smith had a chance to get it. He just lost control of the footy. Hamill involved. Spinning out. Now the entry's quick back inside 50. Main's in there. He's going to have Morrison in the pocket. And we'll have a throw up or a ball up. Dangerous spot, particularly with Bassett lurking. Kick one from the identical spot with the Antipodean direction. Ooh. And a minor.
I'd like to see him here just go that other side. Mainly take the grab. They've got numbers out there now. He hasn't even looked there. He looks now. There he goes.
Well, he needs to get moving.
Done.
He needs to leave it, and then he's got...
He can go long here.
So Main finally gets on his bike, long, looking for fair. He's in front spot. Unfortunately, those handball to someone stationary. Orpwood couldn't get it. There he goes again, a rush ball out. It could be okay. Chappell, who did start on the ball. That's a clever handball from Chappell. But the kick again, just letting them down.
Inside.
This is where they've been good. Graham. And a bow. And bangs it back out. Longford with the early advantage. They haven't scored a goal though, so just the addition of the one behind in the first 4 minutes of this second half.
Got the 11:45 Jetstar going across the top there.
What's that going to, Jared? Scollier. Our Pots and Pam at Jerry is a train spotter, whatever that means. Plane spotter, sorry, train spotter.
Train spotter.
There's only like 3 trains in Hobart. In Tasmania. Strickland
again.
over the top, hits it out. Now the run. Morrison, the captain, drives it up towards half forward, lurking out as Miller. It's gone over the back of him. Now it's been Hamill again in defence. Hayes, best position, over the top. Just stood still though there, Hayes, but didn't matter. They've got a player in the middle of the ground. He's been waiting there for a while, Graham. That's clever.
Go, that's it.
Garwood now.
Well done.
Off half back. Main looking for a handball over the top. Garwood got it. Then Garwood missed it. Main has to go a second time, and he's pulled to the turf by Campbell Unsworth. And a ball up.
Unfortunate because it was a good build-up. Just a bit of a territory game here they need to take. They switched the ball out that side, got it on their terms, but then come back in and unfortunately turn it back over.
Car would need to be a step out then just to give a bit more space. Clayton with it. Ball's been spun up. They've slept on an inside 50 for a while here, South. It's been a hard grind for them today. They've been pretty competitive around the footy. Now they've got a rush ball in. Haley, it's been okay. Over the back, Jones. We nearly pickpocketed it then, Jones, into the mud. He's in some strife though, no. Ball's out a bit wider. Clayton to it. Toil in there. And into a bit of a brick wall, picked up by Green. Jack's kick's good.
Out to numbers.
Well, then go wide here. That's a funny old kick, but it might be okay. Hayes gets a handball out wide. Graham has time to release a kick. Great decision maker.
Oh.
Bang! Bantam came in and said, "You're going nowhere."
He's played him too high.
The umpire said you went a little too high. Looked like that could have been the case. The umpire was certainly in a good position. Boys has got a player wide. He's going to search for Tombleson, but it's Main picking it off.
Nice kick.
Boys in there. Hayes with a handball. Now out wide to Graham. Shovel it out. Lock it on the periphery of the contest. Just slowed down. It feels like players just going back to some pretty sloppy footy at the moment. Scully up. And there's a tackle laid by Purton.
Oh, didn't have it. But anyway, play on. Another stoppage.
So we've gone 7 in the third.
Probably
was
was
that. Yeah, I reckon.
Whether it wasn't higher, it was just a little bit of a slip.
I reckon it looked a little over the shoulder from the other side.
Yep.
Hayes with a nice touch. He didn't really have anyone to go to. Garwood on the ground. Little toe poke from Strickland. He goes a second time. He's been a little quiet. He's playing deep in defence at the moment. Smith. The follow-up from Boys. Now we've got a race. Hayes has been good. Chappell chasing after him. Hayes beats him.
Well
gets his boot to the ball. High ball up. Where's Bassett? Not there. There's Morrison. Now the wide linkage handball out to Strickland. That's better. Kick's not great though. It's going to come back, and it's Graham's just playing a bit behind the ball at the moment.
Well, he's playing that wing roll well. He's not getting sucked in too deep, so he's not clugging it out, and then he's just catching them on the way
Very
out.
clever by Morris because he's about to be tackled. It has gone out of bounds, but he was about to be tackled. And he quickly released it, and then bounce on the full. Good crowd.
Starting to build.
600 or 700 people in here. Expect around 3,000 across the day today.
Oh,
great grab. Ball up high. And brings it down. Looks for Hayes. Kind of missed him. It went through multiple hands. Unsworth was one of those. Purton in the pack. Hawker now. Been good off half-pack today. Searching ball for Boys. Ends up on his knees somehow. Morrison spins. Clever. Boys chases him down. Morrison drives a right boot into the ball looking for Haley. Green came through. Gets some help from Toyle. Thomason juggler. Morrison his second time. He's had a lot of work to do in this quarter. Garwood, plenty of space for him, but still rushed the kick when he had a little bit more time. Yeah. Now Haley's got it. Swings it up. Out towards Charlie Hall for Longford. Second onto it's Green. It's become a little dour, hasn't it, Roach?
It has. It's sort of just a bit of a stalemate at the moment.
Long searching ball. Smart had a long time to wait for it to come out of the sunshine. Main, classy, gets his left boot active. Hall first to it.
It's just been played between these two arcs at the moment.
And someone finds something. That was a rush ball, but it's numbers need to come for the Dogs Kennel needs to get active. That's a shove and a free kick given away by Lockett. He's upset, but it looked obvious.
Hawker.
I mean, that's a push in the back any day of the week.
Yeah, it's there. Graham.
So the long route home here for Longford. It's been effective. Hall has been very good with his hands.
Yep. Body work's been good.
Contested mark, gets those little touches, clears space. Hayes, it's been great today, competing well on towards Unsworth. A rush ball out. Morrison around the fall of the football. Hear the noise. Strickland with it, don't argue. Problem is he had no one to go to. Now they're on here, Longford. The race through the middle of the ground. High ball up. Fair first to it. He beats Bassett because he's a little quicker than Bassett. They're quite different. Bassett's good when the ball's near his hands, but Fair's good when there's space in front of him. Orpwood looks up Graham to beat him and will not beat Graham. Graham can play on here. Clever play from him. Not his preferred style, that left boot, and it gets some territory.
That was a great tackle by Graham because he picks that up, he's gone, so he's just held him up.
Those little moments at the moment. Here it is. Orpwood was away. It was a very good tackle.
Well. It's probably nearly holding the ball. But anyway.
I think the umpire was probably going to call it, but then the play happened.
Yeah.
The South Launceston supporters watching another blue, red and white team play on York Park on grand final day. There's going to be 7 of them across the 2 days. Prospect winning Division 2. They defeated South. And at this stage, Longford will probably, as I mentioned, slight favourites today, are in the front. And the box seat at the 12-minute mark. So late stages of quarter number 3. 4-4-28 to 2-12. Just the one, in fact, 2 behinds in this quarter. Both of them going to Longford. And only a few entries. As you'd say, general play, it's been pretty even throughout the day. Morrison battling hard around the footy. And it has become a bit of a grind. Is that not gone 15? It could be holding the footy. It's still going, is it active? Oliver was thinking it might have been his free.
It would have been harsh if he had a call holding the ball too.
Hayes with an authoritarian thump on the football, and Graham at the back. As so often, not getting sucked into the football, just playing the general down there. It's a good kick. His foot skills are great. Unsworth with it. How can we find something? The Bulldogs. This is better. Just got to lay a little shepherd and get some support.
There we go.
Main's clever with his hands. Now Alderhyde with a long ball, but not effective. He was trying to find Winley, and he, in the end, got muscled out of it.
Find the short. Yep.
So 50-minute flat quarters.
Look, they want Hayes. They want to go long down the line, but he's gone.
Yeah. Main
again.
With another contested mark. He'd have the most touches, I reckon, Roche, on the ground.
Yeah, he's been very good.
And he was always going to play on.
But that's a great tackle.
That's good. That's very, very, very good.
Well done.
Guess what? Graham. His kick's good, Graham. Tries to find Morrison. He gets knocked to the ground. I reckon his left leg's a little sore. Certainly some noise from both sets of fans at the moment. There's been some... Just now... Oh, that's high.
Yep.
Just now and again, the behaviour in the 12 space in the finals has been poor from fans. I've got to say it. There's been a lot of reports coming through from where there's been 12 games, finals that is, and some of the parent behaviour and official behaviour has been average.
Yeah, they're passionate. I know, but yeah.
Yeah, they've been over passionate.
Yeah, true.
Well, there's no E-points in finals. I reckon would have been some docked. Now it's rushed in. You can hear the noise.
Here he is.
Bassett. Oh! Dribble Bassett. Had more time and it bounced out of bounds on the full.
Nice build-up.
Yeah, finally an open bit of play out the back, and Bassett looks dangerous every time the ball
he uses his body well.
Yes.
If they can put it in the air to him, it's probably better than going on the ground because, as you said, his teammate, his opponent there is probably better when it's on the ground. But when it's in the air,
Fair
in
looks
his
good.
area.
Fair's good around the aerial stuff. Fair looks better when there's open space. Hayes keeps it in play for a moment. Had a real grind in that quarter was the narrative. 4-4-28, just the 2 points added to 2 straight. So South Lonnie did not score in that quarter. and it's going to be a long road home for them. They're 14 points in arrears. They're going to do double their score and more to get back in. You feel like Longford have the numbers now, Roach.
Yeah, you do. Again, they went away from like changing the angles again. I spoke about it earlier. They look better when they do that, and they can get the ball to space. They've got some good ball users, but they just went back to that kicking long down the line, sort of kick mark sort of area. But anyway, well done Longford. They're going well, and again, Logan Graham really come into it again. Charlie Hall, I spoke about him. I'm watching him tight around stoppages and that. His body work, and that's really good there. Bassett up forward, great focal point for him. We spoke about where he'd rather it in the air than on the ground. And I think by far Main's been working his butt off for the whole game. And serviced by Strickland and Lockett come into it a bit that quarter, but they need a bit more. They need to lift.
Just interesting, we got a close-up there. Maybe, Duff, you can zoom in on the Longford team again in their huddle, because there was real connection with them and they came in really tight. I mean, it's a bit old-fashioned, isn't it? Because they're getting some instructions from the coaching staff, but you just saw them really drawing. There was energy in how they were doing it. They know they've got the momentum. South Launceston, on the other hand, it just spread out a little bit, which is also fine now. They've come together. It's all to win for Longford. It's big for them because they're a regional club playing a Div 1 grand final. For the very first time, they've got two teams in 12s. So full credit to the Longford Footy Club to get enough numbers coming through. They're a Premier League side, obviously. They lost their 17 girls this year. They've worked really hard to get numbers through the boys. Their Auskick's been wonderful for 3 years. They're per capita, they've got one of the better ones in the region. And it's now resulted in 2 12s and a team playing in a granny. So I just want to call that out. Well done to Longford. We're going to have a quick break. We've got a quarter to go. Can Longford hang on?
Welcome to IGA, your homegrown Tasmanian supermarket, where you'll always find homegrown Tasmanian value and the friendly homegrown Tasmanian service we're famous for.
Thanks, Simone.
And with more than 80 stores across the state, homegrown Tasmanian convenience is just around the corner, where we are proud to stock hundreds of homegrown Tasmanian products, supporting Tasmanian farmers and producers. And because we're homegrown, we understand the importance of supporting our local community. So next time you shop, visit your local IGA, because homegrown is better. Visit igatas.com.au to find out more.
So it's all to play here for South Launceston. Last quarter, 4-4-28 to 2 straight 12. Goal kickers, 2 to Bassett. Nearly had a couple of more opportunities. Harry Boyd, boys with 1, and George Morrison. And goals to Campbell Main. And Riley Strickland with a bomb, but no score in the third quarter. They've now got a double and add a bit more. And it's going to be hard work, you'd think, from here. But often in grand finals, we see surprises, don't we, Roach?
We do, and the chance starting to go up, the Longford chance.
They're getting confident.
They got the whole town here.
Yeah, they do. It's Hayes involved early. Knocks it down to his mate and Smith. He gets some meterage. It's a good tackle. Did he get disposed of it? Probably did, and one out by Hugh and Lockett. It's a good name.
So Main's gone forward now, mate. I'll just see.
Yeah, well, here he is now.
Forward, so he's straight in on cue.
That's good. This is what you've been called out. And they did it for a little bit, didn't they? That
Absolutely.
First quarter, they did it for a few moments. They opened up the game, and that's maybe the instructions from the coaching staff. You've got to take some risks. Hawker for Longford. The shovel handball over the top by Haley, and speed from Thombleson, who tumbles one up towards half forward. Into that nasty little wet spot there. Trying to grapple. It's going to put a bit of water on the ball and make it hard for a few moments. Little toe poke from Dustin Graham. Morrison
wrapped up
in the tackle. He's been great.
Yeah, he's battled hard, and he's gives them a bit of focal point up forward.
Yeah, he's good around the stoppages, but also good on the lead too, and a good kick. Contest in the ruck that time. Chappell's looks like he might be playing in the ball again. That's a throw by Hayes, not called by the umpire. The outside was Hall. And he's so far on the outside, he's out of bounds.
Someone on the move through this stoppage for South. They probably want to start reading Caden's hands because he's winning everything, so they probably want to start reading his ruck work.
Yeah, it's interesting, and he's not always going the fist, because a few times he's actually gone behind him. He's palmed a couple, so it's not consistent with that. Boys involved. Lurking on the outside was Tombleson. Boys again trying to win it. Morrison for South, being gamely. Picked up by Hewan. So the storyline's clear for South. They've got to score in the next 2 to 3 minutes to give them some hope, and then just to stop the Longford chant, moving their team towards glory. Hayes with their hands on again. Charlie Hall's kick ineffective. Nice little couple of minutes from Hewan Lockett getting involved in the game as Smith releases it.
There's Morrison.
Probably taken high as he kicked the ball. That's not downfield. I think it'd be on the kick. Yeah, there's a sling.
No, he's taking it downfield.
No, he's not. Yeah,
he is.
Oh, he is?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's always 50-50. And so the free kick to Bennett. Bennett doesn't realise he's got it. I don't reckon he's had too many touches today, Bennett, too, and he's gone, oh, I've got the ball. Crikey, I don't want it.
He doesn't want it.
He does not want it either, Bennett. He gets it out to Tombleson. He rushed in the end. Dribbles out towards Morrison. That's a good tackle.
Yep.
Down to the ground by
Guess who?
Main, and Main's going to tell him, I just tackled you. And he needs to be a bit careful, Main, because his knees were a little close to George Morrison as he was getting up. He can roost it, though. Hayes. Juggles just dropped it. Chappell held without it. Morrison ineffective with his kick. Strickland's involved. Morrison for South Launceston. Graham in best position. That's Dusty. Banged back in by Hawker. Smoothed up so that defenders are getting up on the ball at the moment as Charlie Hall tries to get inside forward 50. The handball's been pickpocketed here by Lockett. That's a spin. Out of the tackle was Logan Graham. So still no score for South Launceston for over 20 minutes.
On the punch again.
Morrison running past it. Now it's off towards Lockett.
Working hard there, Lockett. He's just got no one going with him.
Yeah, he's had plenty of the ball. Now it's Hammer with a bash.
Caden Hayes.
And Caden Hayes with a grab. So Bassett stationary. Now the lead comes from Bassett. It's a little slow. It's going up to Bassett. He ran under the footy. Hands from Toby came over the top and goes over. So there you go. Too high for Bassett. Needs to be a little lower near his knees. He looks really good. It's grand final action. If you just joined us, Prospect winning game number 1. Bassett. Can he win it? Deep in the square. Going to be done. Oh, it snuck through. It's Morrison. That
nice goal.
Morrison second, and the most defining goal of the game.
Yeah, just got over the back and stayed alive. He just stayed in the fight for it, didn't he, Morrison? I think everyone else sort of stopped.
Well, it's a good point. So here's the Bassett entry.
Shrugged him off.
Yeah, looking for the goals too. And it's a quirky bounced out like that, wasn't it? And a nice finish because Scully was coming over the top, and a decent celebration. They do know how to celebrate, don't they?
Well, so they should.
Interestingly, Morrison did use some hand gestures, I think, towards the south. Maybe. Might be a couple of his mates maybe snuck down into the south end of the ground.
Might get fined like Dan Gorringe.
Yeah, he looked like a Muppet. Sounds like a Muppet. Probably is a Muppet. Chappell tackled. And pinched by Graham. It's going to be interesting for us to choose the best on. Contest was good. Can South get something happening for their team? It's their first entry for a long time. Shepherd at the back. Quinn. Out towards Clayton for South Lonnie. He's pushed off the footy pretty easily. Chappell running through, had no space, and the wall of Tigers did the job. One of those was Hawker. Been wonderful off half-back. Hayes the ruck. Gets down to it.
Oh, well done.
Morrison just threw it over the top. I should say Graham threw it over the top of his head. And the friend is the boundary line at the 6.5 minute mark. 5-4-34 to 2-0. I was going to say 2 straight. 2-0. It is 2 straight as well, but that's the story. 9 scoring shots to 2. In the end, it's been a very good display from Longford as Hawker. And it's Main involved in a chit-to-chat. A tit-to-tat.
He'll be involved in everything, little Maney. Whether it's verbal or...
Yeah, there are a lot of little niggly moments out there today, but it hasn't gone too far in any direction. It's been really good.
There he is.
Main probably holding the footy. He's claiming high, but I don't see where he got high. But he's holding his head. Bannum's got a bit of space. His left boot's aggressive. There's a little shove to create space by Haley, but he wasn't able to do it. Graham off half back. Morrison looks up, clever, because he had a player up. He was searching. It's going to be Bannum to it first. It's got a handle over the top, and then there's a rushed ball up towards the centre wing area of the ground.
Campbell's coming off here. Looks like ankle, knee, something. Oh, no, he's shrugging the trainers off. He's staying on.
He is.
Yep, he said, I'm right.
He did. Yeah, he's trying to run it off. It looked like he held his head, but it looked like the contest, if anything, was in the lower part of his leg. Garwood unable to take possession of the football.
Up we go.
Hayes uncontested in the ruck. In the end, he's going to win it just from perseverance. He had multiple touches after that ruck contest, and then he was able to get a clearance. And that's been the difference. I think the clearance work of Hayes and Carl around the footy's been really good. On his bike. The bounce. So the grass is drying out. The left boot's good. It was the boy, didn't want it then. Hockley. That's a push off the ball. Alderhyde.
Yep. Strickland.
He made sure. I mean, he was a little lighter, Strickland, but he made sure he got it. Morrison now. Chip up the field. Lockett.
Got to keep going.
Centre wing. Hayes controlling the thing. Nearly 10-minute mark of the last quarter. And it will be a Tigerland celebration. And they could also take out, we don't know yet, the Canteen of the Year.
They could.
They could. They are possibly.
They're well up there.
They're very much in our line of sight for top 3, but we'll talk through that one next.
Yep. Definitely on my radar.
It's Johnny Dodd just down left-hand side, the current president of Longford Footy Club. And I say current, I'm not saying he's going anywhere. He keeps telling me he's going to retire.
Pick up.
Yeah, he's been lively today, Smith. Cooper off half-back. A loose footy. Love to see the one-on-one contest. Purton was there first. Coming second was Boyce. Purton
wins.
Held on for that one and a little victory for himself. Now it's Hamill. He kicked his shin on that one towards Graham. Misses him. Oh, it's been a good quarter for Hugh and Lockett. He's found himself around the footy a fair bit. He's had a lot of work to do, but hasn't had a lot of friends going with him.
Graham's had a couple of crucial tackles. That one on Campbell Main before, and then that one on Hugh and Lockett. Really
Bennett,
good.
Yeah, Bennett involved. Now it's down towards Carter Smart. Sounds like he's in a spy movie, Carter Smart, in the 1970s. High ball up. Waiting under it was Boys. He's at the back. Now it's Smart. So 5-4 is the scoreline. And it's feel like the game and the sting is gone as the chance for victory for the Dogs isn't there, but quality work from South Lonnie Footy Club getting both their teams through to a grand final in the 12 space. But the victories are going to go past them as Hayes tries to get it. Shovel handball out. Smith got to it first. He wins a good mark. 70 metres out from goal.
Just hopefully they can sort of stay in the game here, South, and not leak another goal.
Boys, busy. As busy as anyone, Graham.
Been super.
Just controlled the play really and so influential today. Strickland's got a player over the top in Main, and he's got a considerable amount of space if he can get through, and he can. Uses his leg speed. Does like running a long way before bouncing it. And the barrel's good, but the effort in defence was equally as good from Shepherd. May, no, the don't argue that. Holding the ball, it will be. He's trying everything, May. At least he's being aggressive, Roach.
Yeah, no, I mean, unfortunately, what I've been speaking about, what they do really well is what they just did then out of the back half. And if they had done that, you know, for a majority of the game, I think the scoreboard will reflect a little bit differently.
I think they've got more speed at times, don't they?
Oh, they use the ball. I think they use the ball a bit better.
Yep. Yeah, interesting how this game's kind of evolved because, I mean, in many ways, it's been a dominant display on the scoreboard and also inside 50s from Longford, but the ability for South to find their linkage game to get some lateral ball movement and get some runners off half-back because they've certainly got all that in their team. But it's been some bigger bodies around the footy and that band there.
Yeah, he's been
Logan Graham.
Yep.
He'll be right at the top on our list, the best on. High ball in. Strickland tries to get it. And story of the day for him.
Tackle.
It's probably holding the ball, not call. Yeah, Main wants it. Probably deserved it as well.
Minute and a half.
20 seconds left. Hayes in the ruck contest. Wobbly punt outside into space. Banner right off half back. Maybe they'll get one late score. Tombleson up towards Bennett. South says no, not on my watch. Out towards Charlie Hall though.
It's going to come back in.
Graham thinks his way through that with a clever ball over the top for Unsworth.
Yep.
Oh, Morrison had it and he just ran out of space. But that was clever again from Graham. He's had a oodles of ball. Him and Main have contrasted each other.
Yeah, they've been both, obviously, I'd say out and out. They're better players for both teams.
But they've been different as well. As Main tries to take, as you say, grass and Graham.
Take the game on.
Yeah, Graham tries to take good decisions.
Yep.
And there he is. And he finds the boundary line in front of Harry Morrison, who's also been terrific today.
30 seconds.
There's some good top-end talent on both these sides. Enjoyed watching this one. Hayes with another clearing punch. He's decided to not finesse anything, but just get the ball rolling towards his team's half-forward line. What can the Bassett do? Can he bang one through late?
In the goal square.
They're going to get a light goal. It's going to be a Morrison goal. He kicks three, and he loves it. And he lets the fans know as Longford have done it. They've got the 12s Div 1, Granny. The club who's found enough players to get 12 teams in. And one of them has walked away with a premiership, and they are wrapped here at York Park. 6-4-40 to 2 straight 12. South Launceston not scoring in the second half. 3 goals to Morrison, including one late in the last gasp of air. 2 to Bassett and a boys' goal to Main and Strickland with goals in the first half. They were both in the second quarter, but a dominant end, 6-4-40 to 2 straight 12. And we're going to have a bit of a word from the Roach, and then we're going to have a breather and watch the presentation.
Yeah, again, congratulations to Longford. Fantastic stuff. I think just in the contest they're a lot better than South. You know, stoppage and everything like that. Some bigger bodies got involved. They had some class on the outside. I still think South, you know, probably went away from their game style a little bit, which got them back, which got them in it and got them their couple of goals. But Campbell Main, we've spoken about him. I thought he's out and out their best player. Well serviced by Riley Strickland and Hugh and Lockett come in late. Harry Morrison was classy. We spoke about Chase Bannon when he went back. He had a couple of touches, but unfortunately couldn't get it done. And I thought Logan Graham was super for Longford, along with Charlie Hall, really good at stoppage. Henry Bassett was a focal point up front, along with Morrison with 3 goals. Boys worked well. He was good there for them. So well done, Longford. Good game.
Plenty to like about both sides. Plenty of talent that'll move through into the next division, under 14s, which we've got some good games coming up. But just to finish this one off, a comprehensive victory on the scoreboard, 6-4-40 to 2 straight 12, with Longford getting a 12s Division 1 grand final victory. They've had some very good teams through the Div 2s over the years in this age group into the 14s, but this is their first real big Division 1 premiership. So keep a note on some of these children that'll move through the age group, potentially with a Div 1 14s going forward. A wonderful victory for the Tigers, but great effort from South. They had 2 teams in both divisions of the 12s. A credit to their side. We're going to have a break here. Keep watching the live stream. We'll find out who was the best player on the ground. Congratulations again to the Longford Tigers.
Can I have both teams gathering over here, please?
All right. Thanks, everyone. I'm Melissa from the NTJFA. Big thank you to such a great crowd today. Just want to say, first of all, congratulations to both teams on making it to the grand final. You shouldn't underestimate what an achievement that is, and you played so well today. So heads up, South, you've done a great job. All right, I'm just going to call forward a representative from the umpires, please. If we can just get a round of applause for our umpires. Thank you very much for officiating so well today. All right, and we'll call forward the Longford coach, Tim. Sorry, before we do that, I'll announce the best on ground. So best on ground today is Logan Graham from the Longford Football Club. Over to you, Tim.
Okay, first off to South Launceston, fantastic year you guys have had. To Maney and Jacko, like we've had some 4 good games this year. I think it's now split 2 and 2, but the game was played in great spirit, high skill level, and I congratulate you boys on that. Well done. To the Longford boys, we had to do it the hard way, and our first final we lost, and then we had to go through it. We had to play 6 quarters to get the job done, and I think that was the turning point. So congratulations to these guys. Thank you to my support staff and to the NTJFA and the umpires on a fantastic day, and I wish all the other sides all the best. Thank you. First up, River Tomlinson. Zachary Hamill. Angus Toll. Cooper Smith. Kobe Hawker. Caleb Hawker. Harrison Boys. Campbell Unsworth. Dustin Graham. Logan Graham. Liam Hockley. Jocko Green. Ash Bennett. Bo Shepherd. Arlo Oliver. Henry Bassett. Lincoln Chugg. George Morrison. And our co-captains, Caden Hayes. Charlie Hall.
If we can for the shield. And there you go, coach. And Aaron.
Assistant coach, Sammy Graham.
This goes a second time. Had a player on the left, didn't. It's going to be called for holding the footy. And pretty keen is young Graham to say, hot pursuit. Has a chance onto his left. It's a decent kick from Graham. Morrison gets it.
I don't know if it was Graham's here. I'm not sure who it was that kicked that one in.
I think there's two, is there?
Is there?
There's 11. Dustin Graham, was it?
Okay, yep.
So Morrison around the corner, kicks it away, and the Tigers have got the first in the Div 1 Grand Final.
George Morrison, nice finish.
Very good early.
Right.
Morrison and Graham. Fair was good then, and even better was Main. There goes Campbell. He looks up. He's going to have to kick it soon because he was running out of time. The kick is a little indiscriminate in the end. Graham. Quick releasing ball. Here's some speed from Tomlinson. He looks up. He's got a handball over the top. Gets it out to Graham. Graham now runs. Turns a corner. The kick's great from Graham. And Boys marks it directly in front. 15 out. Wonderful from Logan Graham.
Yeah, a lot of kids probably would have blazed away there and had a shot. He had every right to, but he just lowered his eyes. Saw his teammate on his own. Just put it out in front of him. Ooh, that's 50.
Wow, how's that?
No,
yeah, it's 50. That's odd. The player ran straight over the mark, and now we're going to get a definite goal. Clayton getting a little confused. It's going to be a definite goal, and Longford will go up by 6 more. Just dribble it through. I would have gone right to the goal line. There was no player on the mark. But anyway, he's made sure of it and passed a few. He's got 10 with Main. Still managed to stay on track up towards Morrison. Now ground level. Picks it onto his left. At the goal square. And he's gobbled it up. Well, right on top of the moment.
It's good. Just get it in. Dirty ball in. Could have been high there, but just play on.
This is a nice little pickup, isn't
Yep.
it?
It's
By
Morrison,
Morrison.
isn't it?
Yeah, Morrison, great.
Don't know if he was passing to him or was having a snap, but anyway, they're on the end of it.
Yep, so they'll get another. And they're away, Longford.
Gonna get the number. There he is.
I've got control of his. Should we bring him in?
Bring him in.
Yeah, we've got Will Tatchell. Wilders has joined us. Are you going to give us some umpire?
He is.
I am here to watch the umpiring.
5 hats.
Very good effort thus far in some sloppy conditions.
There's quality from Morrison. Turns it around the corner.
Garwood.
Garwood's got it. He's got a player over the top. He's going to Main. That was very clever.
Well, again, lowered his eyes piece, didn't blaze away. Could have had a shot, but he saw Maney, and you'd probably give it to Maney one-on-one because he's probably going to win the majority of those contests. So well done.
Good athletic move from Main with that marks. That was by far South's best build-up, and they've had 3 minutes of really good footy where they've actually had 5 entries. So Main's boot is delicious, and that gives them some hope as Campbell Main steadies the ship and steadies the score. 1-0 to 3-2. Oliver caught in a tight spot, rushes the ball back in towards a dangerous area with Smith first. Hand over the top of Purton. Hayes with it. Now it's out towards Tombleson. He tries to centre the footy. There's still a game on here. Morrison involved. He's very good when the ball's near his feet. Nearly got taken high. There's a goal kicker across his body. Bassett's
got it.
It's banged to beauty.
Bassett with a bit of class, check side. Tight.
He's had a couple of good minutes, Bassett.
Yeah.
He's only had 4 or 5 touches, but he pushed him right in his backside, didn't he? He wasn't in the best spot either, and the ball's now in the hands of Hamill. Been good off half-back today. Here comes South again. Strickland, a tumbler, a wobbler, a goal. Strickland's kept him in touch. A little quiet, very energetic at different stages. And that was a cracker.
Yeah, well done. Just took the grass, pinned the ears back.
Lockett pinching it. There's that strength again. The tackle pressure from Longford's been fantastic. The ball's dropped by Morrison. Spins.
Oh, he's got out of it.
Gets around, clever. Dangerous ball to the Bassett. He's gobbled another. Great decision maker.
Oh.
Bang! Bantam came in and said, "You're going nowhere."
He's played him too high.
The umpire said you went a little too high. Looked like that could have been the case across the day today.
Oh,
great grab. Ball up high. And brings it down. At the most touches, I reckon, Roche on the ground.
Yeah, he's been very good.
And he was always going to play on.
But that's a great tackle.
That's good. That's very, very, very good.
Well
and
done.
Guess what? Graham. His kick's good, Graham. Tries to find Morrison. He gets knocked to the ground. I reckon his left leg's a little sore. It's grand final action. If you just joined us, Prospect winning game number 1. Bassett, can he win it? Deep in the square, going to be done. Oh, it snuck through. It's Morrison. That
nice goal.
Morrison second, and the most defining goal of the game.
Yeah, just got over the back and stayed alive. He just stayed.
Hayes with another clearing punch. He's decided to not finesse anything, but just get the ball rolling towards his team's half-forward line. What can the Bassett do? Can he bang one through late?
In the goal square.
They're going to get a light goal. It's going to be a Morrison goal. He kicks 3, and he loves it. And he lets the fans know as Longford have done it. They've got the 12s Div 1, Granny. The club who's found enough players to get 2 12 teams in. And one of them has walked away with a premiership, and they are wrapped here at York Park. 6-4-40 to 2 straight 12. South Launceston not scoring in the second half. 3 goals to Morrison.